Today we're going to be talking about the DJI OSMO Mobile, using it with an iPhone and an Android. I'm not a tech genius, I just use the stuff. Okay, again, this is the DJI OSMO Mobile. I do use it with iPhone. I'm filming with an iPhone right now, so I have the Android in here, but I do change them up from the iPhone or the Android. Depends on what phone that I need free at the moment. So it comes with this little DJI carrying pouch. It's okay. Has some compartments here in the inside, little pockets that are kind of padded. In case you want to carry some important items like snacks, trail mix. You just put the Osmo in the pouch, turn your device sideways, slide it right on in there, and then bam, zips up. There's no protection in this pouch, so I usually just toss it in my backpack. Because I know that's going to be on me all times, and that usually doesn't hit the ground that much. But I guess it's not bad. You're not really paying for a pouch, you're paying for the gimbal. And there's some aftermarket little hard cases or what have you can get for it, but it fits pretty easily in this pouch. It comes with this, looks like a 3.5 audio jack, but it's not. This is the power charging cable. Fits right in the back. It's a little portion here. It would be nice if this was like a micro USB instead, because you know you already have so many micro USB cords. And this, if this gets lost, you know, it's not going to be an easy find. You're gonna have to go to DJI, order a replacement little power charging cord, but I recommend always keeping this in a safe spot. You do not want to lose this. This base does not come with it, but you can actually pick it up for about 10 bucks on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description below actually for all of these items here. But this is essential. You definitely need this base, because with the base, just put it in there, snaps on in. It holds the device up, so even if you're filming, and you just need that little tripod action, because you can actually affix it to a tripod right here. There's a little screw there, so you can put attach it to a tripod if you need to. It's a Galaxy S7 here. We have the Galaxy S7. We're just going to go ahead and put in there. And up here you have the little tightening knob. And like I said, it's all kind of rubberish, so it tightens, it doesn't do any harm to the phone, which is nice. So once we put the device in, you notice it's kind of lopsided. On the inside, there's actually a little knob that you loosen up, and it lets this inside arm move back and forth. So we move it in a little bit. It's too heavy on that side. Move it out just a little bit till we get that perfect balance. Tighten it up, and perfect. You turn it on, the little switch on the side. Turns it on, gets it ready to roll. Gonna go ahead and pair it. Simply just tap on a DJI and it'll recognize it. You tap on camera, and this little Bluetooth icon right here at the top, you go ahead and tap on that. Then it's gonna search for the device. And there it is right there, the OSMO Mobile. We tap connect, connecting, and connected. Simple as that. All right, perfect. Now, one of the things you could do is calibrate it, just to make sure everything's on the up and up with the way it's leveled. So you tap that little gear in the bottom. You have some options here. So you have camera, gimbal, general, live stream. So we're gonna go ahead and tap on gimbal. And it gives you some options here to calibrate. So let's go ahead and auto calibrate. All right, ensure the Osmo is placed upright on this label. Yeah, you can read. Tap OK. Now let it do its thing. All right, calibration succeeded. So the Osmo has a few buttons on it. Of course, it has a little port on the side. You can screw in a tripod, like if you're using the tracking mode, which comes in handy. There is a little black cap that covers this. I have no idea where it's at, so rest in peace, black cap, wherever you may be. As well as on the back, you have a little trigger. If you press and hold on the trigger, it'll stay. It'll keep the focus wherever it's at. It keeps the phone on that point, so it doesn't really move it around that much. As you can see, the phone's kind of staying steady regardless of where I move the device. Take your finger off the trigger and it just goes wherever you point it. Double tap to level it out, so it brings it back to the front face oriented mode. If you triple tap it, it brings it to front facing camera. Triple tap it again, brings it to the rear camera. So it gives you those few options there. You have a little joystick on the front, and that just moves it around. So wherever you need it to go, it just moves it around there. All right, so we'll go ahead and double tap to bring it back straight. Then of course here you have a photo button if you want to snap a picture. And you also have your red record button, so if you want to start recording video. So it has pretty much everything right there on the front, and of course your power button, or power slider rather. Slide the power on, it puts it in the sleep mode, so if I press it down, it says the DJI device is in sleep mode. So basically it's sleeping, so it's not working right now. But as soon as I tap it to turn it on, it's ready to roll. So all in all, I do like it just because of the fact that if I'm vlogging and I'm keeping my camera, you'll see my head bobbing, but you don't see the camera going up and down, giving you seasickness or whatever kind of sickness you may get, or just sick of seeing my face, whatever. But keep watching my face though. So subscribe and like and do all that other good stuff. Share the video with friends and family and whoever else. Just kidding. But it is a really handy tool to have in your toolbox if you're vlogging, or if you just want to get some really nice shots with your cell phone. And for me, I mainly use my cell phone to take all of these videos. I have other cameras, but I really only use those for still photos. I know I can use them to take these YouTube videos and it'll probably come out so much better. But I like the phones. I just like having the phones, doing it with that, having it portable wherever I'm at. And even now I'm using the iPhone 7 Plus on the tripod, and this is the Galaxy S7. I'll switch, I'll put the iPhone in here and take video, or the Galaxy S7, whatever one I have handy. Because usually what I'll do is I'll put it in airplane mode just so I don't get calls on it while I'm filming, which makes it a whole lot easier when you're trying to get those shots and all of a sudden mom calling. Like, come on mom, don't you know I'm filming something right now? And make sure your phone battery is charged up, because when your phone is on the gimbal, there's not a way to charge it with the iPhone or the Android devices, because it covers up the charge port. So you just want to make sure that phone is charged, because you'd hate to be out there shooting and your phone has about 5% battery left. So, and using the Bluetooth and what have you does, I find on the iPhone it drains the battery a lot faster. The Android, not so much. The Android battery actually lasts a little longer using this gimbal, but the iPhone 7 Plus, which I use on this as well, does make your battery drain a bit faster. As well as cases. I use real thin cases for my phones, the iPhone as well as this Android. The Android is okay with the case because it's a smaller screen. My 7 Plus, even though I use a case that's just a skin, it does not fit in here with that device. So if I have my iPhone 7 Plus, I have to take it out of the case to be able to get it in this gimbal. So keep that in mind. If you have all these fancy cases, or like I said, my case is super thin, and but it doesn't fit. The iPhone 7 Plus pretty much has to go in here naked for it to work. So now we're gonna go ahead and test the DJI active tracking. Let's turn up some lights in here. So right now it's on normal tracking. If we go ahead and tap the normal tracking and turn it green to active tracking, it'll now active track whatever you select. So let's go ahead and select my face here. So I went ahead and selected my face. So now it's going to track me wherever I go. So if I move over here, it'll track me. Okay, so now we're trying the active tracking with the iPhone 7 Plus. It'll track me wherever I go. So I don't really need a cameraman. Alright, and this is the front camera on the Galaxy S7 handheld. This is the Galaxy S7 front-facing camera on the gimbal. Again, I'm bobbing, camera's not. Smooth turnaround. Alright, and this is the rear camera on the Galaxy S7 handheld. This is handheld with the iPhone 7 Plus front-facing camera. This is the front-facing camera on the iPhone 7 Plus. So it's pretty good for vlogging. And this is handheld with the rear iPhone 7 Plus. On the iPhone, I use the Pro Movie app or the Film It Pro, just because it helps with the image stabilization on the iPhone 7 Plus. Because if you use the regular camera app with the DJI on the iPhone 7 Plus, sometimes you'll notice a little jittering in the video, just because the optical image stabilization that's built into the iPhone is fighting with the gimbal. The gimbal's trying to stabilize, the image stabilization on the phone is trying to stabilize. The one good thing about the Android is you can actually go into the settings and turn the image stabilization off. So it lets you do that so you don't get that jittering when you're using the DJI app. So it's nice. Film It Pro right now I think is like $14.99. It went up. And it gives you the option to turn the optical image stabilization off on the iPhone, as well as the Pro Movie, the one that I use. That one is not that much, it's like $3, but there's other things you can buy on it that might add up to that $14.99, but it does give you that option as well to turn off the optical image stabilization. So in the comments below, let me know if you have any other apps that you use for the Osmo, or is this something that you use, or do you think it'll something that you want to use, or it'll come in handy for you? So let me know your thoughts on it, and is it worth the $300 price tag? For me, I've definitely got my money's worth, just because I use it so much. And it's like having a slider. You know, those big chest rigs, yeah, it's not gonna be as pretty as those cameras, but it just keeps everything nice and smooth. So again, this is Don. Thanks for watching.